Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, everything spicy and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show.
Well, hello there. Hey guys, I'm Phil and this is Everything Spicy. What's happening, man? It is Monday night. Oh, look, you can see the edge of my bag over here. See, this is my illegal contraband over here. No, not illegal. This is my peppers, man. This is what I've got left of my second batch of peppers from my good friend Nelson at Craven Capsaicin. If you watch my TikTok at all, man, I've been doing a lot of these suckers. This is the second batch of these things. We are down to the final few of the big ones that are still hot. And then we got some like lemon drop the ahi lemon. Very, very good peppers. Some Pumas, stuff that's like, habanero type heat. Nothing super hot, but something to still get the mouth watering, get the eyes watering a little bit, but we got a couple of those left to do. And then I've got a list of peppers coming that I don't recognize the names on most of those things from the Jeff Remmert, the guy with Remmert Peppers. So Spicy Phil and his bag of danger. Ooh, that's right, BC Herbs. Good to see you, man. We were going to keep this burning thing. I really like doing the TikToks. I like sharing them over as shorts as well. So you guys get an opportunity to see me almost on a daily basis do something hot like a pepper. Now, when pepper season is over, guys, we got to get more creative. So I'll be going back to a lot of the old faithfuls that we've done in the past and some new ones in order just to kind of keep this whole thing up. Why does my face look all washed out and white? Does it look that way to you too, Chadio? Do I look a little paler than normal? Paler than normal? Yeah. I think it's this one right over here. Now we reduce it works good when the lights are on, and I need a little more light on the one side of my face when the bedroom light is on. But right now, that should look a little better. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes you get to talking, you're not even paying attention to what's going on. So, got one of my favorite hoodies on here. Let's see. There's Joe Weymouth. There is Katie, Nate, me, Micah, and Bob Socrates. There you go. They're all right there. So good to see everyone. Let's go to the chat and say hi to some folks, shall we? Cam is being silly. Oh, there you go. Oh, let's see. We have at the very top of the list, we have Metal Music Maniac. He was in here at the beginning. I don't see him commenting now, but he commented at the very beginning. Thank you, Harry. Good to see you. You invented a new collaboration recently. It could be patented to only be YouTube Live. I invented a new collaboration. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Don't know what you're talking about. I did do an awful, and I don't recommend this, guys. So I did do an awful TikTok from this weekend. I took a Yellow Reaper and I dunked it in bourbon, and I dunked it in the old. It's still sitting here. Malic acid. My mouth was not too pleased with me. It didn't know what. I don't think I frowned so much in a video in my life. Between the sour and the heat and everything else was going on, you'll see the most natural reaction you've ever seen come out of my face. If you watch that video, you'll see it. So, Tim, Kirk, Whipper, Voyage Center, what's up, man? Good to see you, my friend. Kimberly Ferris in the house. What's up, Kimberly Ferris? Good to see you, girl. Of course, Shadio's here. He's down in the basement, patiently waiting for me to quit droning on, but saying hi to you all anyways. Of course, Jelly Duck 100 is here, 29 months as a member. Now, again, a lot of you guys have been around that long. I appreciate all the amazing support you guys have done through the peaks and the valleys of the channel, being here every day and then being here once a week. You guys have always hung out. I really appreciate it. Mayberry. What's up, man? Good to see you. Robert and Joe and Robert. Robert Joe. What's up, man? Jerry J is in the house. What's up, Jerry J? Good to see you, man. Oh, let's see. We got BC Herbs in the house. BC. Cody O. If she's real lucky now, she gets to see my old face. Oh, got it. Oh. What's up, Cody O? Good to see you, man. Gary's in the house. Hey, Spicerinos. What's up, Gary? Good to see you, man. Oh, did we get everything? No, he's here now. There you go. There he is. He came back. Bingo Malic Acid Gusher. Hey, Harry, I got one thing for you. I think I dropped. Oh, here it is. I found it. There you go, Harry. That malic acid and that pepper was just all sorts of crazy going on in my mouth. So, without further ado, we're gonna bring Chadio up here to hang out with us. What's up, Chadio? What's up, man? That's great. Chadio has turned into a mime. He plans on just going without volume.
I'm here.
Curry flavored monkey nut.
Mm-hmm. I double muted myself, so that was my fault.
You double muted yourself. Just wait till you get married and you get double muted without even trying. It'll happen.
It wouldn't even be for myself doing it. Yeah. She'd be like, "Hey, shut up!" I'm like, "All right, hey." Cheers! Thanks for having me.
I'm trying to figure out what's better, that or that. I don't know. I guess full screen is better.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Fulton. All right, hold on a second. Hold on. We got a Mr. Fulton update. Hello, Phil. I have some great news. I am in the finalists of the Singing in the Shower contest, and I was wondering if you would like to vote for me. I will be sending you a link. I have a link, and I'll be sending it to you. You can put it in the chat if you want to there, Fulton. Oh, you know what, Fulton? I will need to make you blue to put you.
I was supposed to ask if it was blue.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll make you
real quick. Oof.
I don't know whenever you were taken off as moderator, but
these hot monkey nuts, the curries. Oh, they're so good.
See, you make me want to buy them.
You should. I think you would really, if you like curry, I think you would really like them.
I don't get a lot of Indian food. I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, I try a lot of the different ethnic foods that have spice in them and whatnot. But yeah, we don't really have a good Indian restaurant around my work, which is where primarily get that kind of stuff. So, Chinese obviously isn't hot food. You can order it hot, but it's still not hot. No. You can get Thai food hot. Thai food's never really even challenged hot. I've gotten it extra spicy and still not been a challenge. You get the nose running and the eyes wandering if you get it extra hot. Other than that, man. Oh. There you are, everybody. There is Fulton's link. If you want, not now, or maybe now, I don't know. You want to go give our good friend of the channel. Fulton's been a good friend of the channel for a very long time. So
I'll go give you a vote real quick, my friend.
Go give the guy a goddamn vote, would you?
The metal music, it's subpar.
He does. I think he needs to memorize more lines, more jokes, so he could sit there and rattle them off.
It's funny. 4 years ago, I remembered a lot more than I do now. Now I'm stuck on my only 2 jokes I have left.
It's the alcohol.
4 years ago, though that's not help. But 4 years ago, I would be playing GTA 5, got pulled over by the cops as Rodney Dangerfield. And I would just make the cops finally get the point to go, you know what, just drive safely. And they get their cruiser and leave. Because I was just like 5 minutes of Rodney, just one-liners. And like, yeah, you're good here.
Hey, the last time I got frisked like this was by my lawyer. Hey. I don't know.
Can I have his number? Just her number? Hey.
Trying to help me find my checkbook.
I don't know. One that I only heard once was, I'll just say it normal. I tell you, my daughter, she failed her driving test. She could not get used to the front seat.
Hey.
I listened to that at my old job on a break. And I just fell to the floor laughing. I was like, "Holy crap, that's so good." He did it once. He said that joke once in like a live, and I somehow like got it. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh!"
It's amazing what sticks with you, right?
Yeah, that one stuck because I'm like, oh, "Holy crap, never heard that before." It's so good. I told that one to my dad. He's like, That's so funny." He's just laughing. He's like, "Oh my gosh." He taught me how to do Rodney, by the way. So
What's up there, funky Uncle John and Neil from Luther the Great? Yeah, I like your new little intro there, Luther. That's kind of cool. So, so yeah, we will be watering down this this pepper I've got in my stomach. I did the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I didn't follow it up with any of the yogurt.
Ooh.
So it's not I mean, I know I can feel that it's there, so it's not nothing that's So, but if I drink, I'll be fine. I think it's a good excuse to drink.
Yeah, have a couple of those ultras, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, this is practically water, anyways, right?
It'll hydrate you. Same with my, my same difference, right?
Yeah, Keystone Light. Yeah,
it's practically water.
It'll work.
Clear.
What's up, Dr. Smith? Good to see you, man. So yeah, well, my life has gotten interesting lately. So I mean, home ownership is just one of those things. Whether you're renting and whatnot, you're required to take care of things or not. Last weekend it was no big deal. What sump pump went on the house, something I could do on my own, took care of it. Not this weekend. This weekend we had the old water tank go, not the hot water tank, but the water tank with the bladder and stuff go.
Oh no!
Did you know that a good tank, not just your normal $200-300 Home Depot tank, but do you know you can buy a good tank? Good tank is $1,000. I didn't either until they installed this thing. Wow. And they presented me with a $1,256 bill for a new water tank and installation. The installation was cheap. The installation was $225. So that part was 45 minutes. They were in and they were out. It was a damn tank. I was not expecting that. So,
I had a $16,000 expense replacing my furnace and adding AC. I'm like, that's not going to be fun paying off for the next 7 years. But hey, I'll do it. I guess the house has been great since I did it. But still, I'm like,
furnace and AC in your house. Furnace and AC in your house is like putting a new engine in your car.
Yeah. It had to get done. I would not have been able to sell this place without a new furnace because my old furnace was just turned 39 years old in June. So that thing's lasted 39 years and got a new one, and she's good.
Yeah, ours will need to be replaced here probably in the next 5-10 years. I mean, our house we had it built from scratch. Our house is 21 years old.
Yeah.
So it's they don't build stuff to last forever anymore,
No. I remember like when I got my what's it called? Not inspection. Guy came in for the quote. Yeah. He opened up the closet where the furnace was. He's like, I haven't seen one of these in
Jones.
Damn near 10 years. I was like, there she is. Picture.
Yeah, and then try to get
that light green color. He was like, I haven't seen that light green color in a long time.
Well, and that's the whole thing. And then try to get parts for it. I got things around the house. I got a refrigerator I've had for a while. Something breaks on the inside of the refrigerator. You go online, make and model number, serial number. Yeah, that shit's been discontinued for 10 years. It's like, oh, all right. Well, now I guess we don't need that door on the inside of the refrigerator.
I forgot what went on my furnace, but it was about 4 years ago. Something went on my furnace. My friend's like, dude, I used to work HVAC. I know where to find the parts. And sure enough, he found the exact part I needed, and it cost me $80. He installed it for $20, a friend discount, and $100 later, kept the furnace going for another 4 or 5 years. It was like, great. The furnace would have easily survived this winter. I was just at the point like, it's got to go. I can make it work. I'll make it work.
Yeah, I think my heater box is what's going to go on mine. I think it's going to wind up with a hole in it before too long. I guess that's going to be the worst part. But I fried it probably 6-7 years ago. we lost power, and I went to hook the generator up, had the power off to the main, but the plug that I had, the wires inside of it were loose, and boom, it fried my board on my furnace, on my hot water tank, and something else, man. I had like $1,500 worth of shit that luckily I didn't, screw up where you had to replace the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Gary says you used the wrong email address. What are you talking about, Gary? Have you been drinking?
But
the
yeah,
first comment Gary's got.
The company who replaced it, they looked inside. They put the door off and stuff, and looked inside the furnace. Like, this thing looks brand new. It's so clean in there. I was like, oh yeah, I took care of it twice a year, even though at the end of winter, and I have like any air coming in from a central air unit. Had my buddy come in and clean it. In the fall, I came up and cleaned it. I said, no, I kept this thing clean. They're like, dang, for as old as it is, they're like, holy crap. I was like, yeah, she's old. Get her out.
Yep.
Time to take her out back. And yeah.
Our very first house we bought actually had a fuel oil furnace in the crawl space.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there was fuel oil residue on the walls above all the vents in the house and everything else. Like, that thing's got to go. So that had to be cut up to get out of the crawl space. So I think they built the house around it or whatever. But the thing had to be, the guy that took it out had to get a reciprocating saw on that thing and cut it up to get it out of the crawl space. Luckily, he could find a furnace that would actually fit down in this hole that then would be slid down to get in the crawl space. So, we've seen our fair, if age 54 and we've, second house, we've seen our fair share of crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the guys pulled it out easily, my old furnace. It was just sitting out behind my house. I yelled over the balcony because I looked out and saw what they were doing. I said, hey, is that thing done? They're like, oh, yeah, she's out. There's nothing left. It will never run again. I said, all right, I'll be down in a second. I just ran out there and just fully ran at it and just kicked it. Just dented it and just flew down. I'm like, now it will never run. I had to do it. That was my way of just kind of kissing it goodbye. Oh. Okay, I'll let that go. Hey, Kane.
What's up, Joy?
Yeah, Kane, they still have the couch out of the expenses.
Yeah. Funny. I was someone else. If I made love to the vice president, I would have pretend I was someone else. What? I was someone else. If I made love to the vice president,
I think Phil and I can agree with that.
I'm still not understanding what you're talking about, Gary. But okay, Oh, yeah, we did some of his beef jerky. I've got one package left here to review, and I think that's pretty much wrap up all the beef jerky I got. So, what's up, Henny? God,
hey, Henny. I love homemade beef jerky. It's very rare for someone to say, hey, I got this for you. I love to try as much as I can. So good. Especially the spicy ones. Holy cow. All
right. You're Henny God. You have to be a little bit more. Is this Dylan? Oh, is this Dylan? Which Dylan is this?
Yeah.
Dylan Overfor?
Maybe.
That's only because it does kind of confuse me because I do have.
Okay. Yep. He just. Yep.
Dylan Overfor.
Okay.
Well, I have my own Dylan that lives in the house, but he never comes in the chat and comments. What they thought was cool, like the first few months I started doing, Dad's got his own YouTube channel. This is cool. Then it just became, man, Dad's got a YouTube channel. Screw
it. Like, Dad, can you stop? You got to do TikTok and do TikTok now. So they converted you.
People are talking.
Nice, Dylan. All right. So if I, when I see you pop over to my channel, I'll try to remember the correlation of that. Heck yeah.
Yeah, so he just changed his channel name because that's on a different channel. That's just because he's
that's
blue.
Gamer tag, yeah.
Yeah, he's just blue. He just changed the name of it. So
yeah. I know you're like, how'd you get blue, Eddie?
Yeah, well, that's why the first thing I went to is like, oh, maybe I'll turn him blue. It's like, oh no, he's already blue. So
yeah. That's fun.
So has anybody been watching Dahmer on Netflix?
I got about 15 minutes in before I'm like, I know the whole story, I know everything about it. I'm like, I just can't watch it, man. This is just too much. They were so accurate with it. I'm like, no.
I thought they were going to start like at the beginning of what he was doing and work their way up to the end. Instead, I've only watched the first episode, so don't ruin anything for me. But instead, they started at the very beginning where he got busted. And it looks like they're going to, I don't know. I haven't watched episode number 2, but it looks like they're going to go backwards. So, I don't know.
Probably. Yeah, I got about 15 minutes into the first episode before I'm like, no, this is just so accurate. It's so scary. Nah.
What is up, Marte?
Yeah, they nailed what they were going for with that thing. I'm just like, this is too much. No.
Well, and I hear that people from that were their family members
affected,
were victims of Jeffrey Dahmer don't want this out because it just kind of, for them it reignites memories, right? They don't want the memories. And I always hope, when you see something like that, and it shouldn't, but you always hope that someone doesn't see that and it makes them kind of get weird and get start thinking that it'd be cool to duplicate something that he's done, right?
Yeah, it tore up in their scar, and I understand. I've been reading, reading about how, victims' families are like, no, you don't. It's too accurate, too close, it's too much. I can understand where they're coming from, in a sympathetical way, because I can understand. I get what you're probably going through. I don't know what you're going through, but I can understand. You're just like, this is too much.
So for anybody who's seen the first episode,
cheers.
So hopefully, if you're watching, if you saw the first episode, when that gay black guy escaped and he got the police and the police took him back, I'd be like, no, I'm waiting in your car. I'll tell you where to find this dude, but there's no way I'm going to go back outside this dude's door. Because at very first,
they wouldn't do that anymore. That's the thing. They keep you in the car and confirm, is this the house? Is that the address? Yeah. All right, you stay here. That's how they would do it today.
Yeah. It almost looked like they were going to let the guy off and thinking that the black guy was lying. And it's like, oh man, when I was watching that, because again, I mean, I kind of know the story, but don't remember a lot of it. It's just you let that stuff gets out of your memory, and I don't think about it anymore. But yeah, that was creepy last night. So that's what I watched last night. So we have to watch all the episodes to see. Some people have got it, and it's funny because now I'm going to start watching that, and I'm in the middle of another series. What was it? King Fall, I think it is called, or no, Nightfall.
Yeah.
Netflix, and I'm almost done with season 1, but it's like sad part is it's starting to bore me. I think it's starting to bore me because the last episode I was watching of it, I was sitting here nodding off, and then I probably missed a whole half hour of it following it because I was nodding off. Now it might have been the food.
It happens.
So
yeah.
Has anyone seen Army of Darkness?
Mm-mm.
Isn't Army of Darkness? Isn't that the chainsaw dude Ash? Like that,
I think so.
Groovy used to always talk about.
Groovy loves that guy.
Army of Darkness. I think, yeah. No, I've never seen Army of Darkness. I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. So, yeah, I've never seen Army of Darkness. I know that would make if Travis is watching, he's like, "What? What the fuck? What are you? Oh, it's like the greatest movie ever." I mean, how can you?
I've been yelled at by him for that. I'm like,
you've never seen Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Right. Well. Yeah, no, that's a very good comparison. I look at people who are my age. I'm like, how the hell did you not see Forrest Gump?
Right.
Never saw it. I'm like, well, you have 3 hours to spare. Sit down, watch. It's great.
And it's funny, if someone want to watch Forrest Gump now, and someone watched Forrest Gump when it came out, it's gotten its whole cult status. That you watched it over. To watch something completely separate from everybody else and to kind of, I don't know that you get the same sense. It's like watching, what's that? Oh, God, I don't know why I even brought this up. What the hell is that? goth thing back in the 80s that was where you threw toast at the screen and rice and stuff. What was that movie?
No idea. Never heard that.
I know someone in the chat will know. There was a thing where people would go, they had all this black stuff that they would wear. People would go, you used to take like rice to the movies, you take toast. There are certain parts of the movie.
Oh, wait a minute. That was
you know what I'm talking about.
Tim
Someone's
Curry,
going to say it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, it's
And I don't explain it right.
What was that from? Oh my god! Yeah, Tim Curry was in it. I think it was.
Yes, he was very young then.
Yeah.
Rocky Horror.
Thank you. I knew.
Cindy.
If anybody gets
Cindy for the win.
Cindy. Oh, it was on the tip of my brain.
Cindy was lurking. Yep. She couldn't. She was lurking. She didn't want to talk. She couldn't help herself. She's like, "Come on, you guys got to know this. You got to know this."
I know. I'm not going to comment.
I'm not going to comment. And finally, she had to give up and go.
Cindy's got to give it to me that I did get Tim Curry because I knew exactly what you were talking about. Like, what was that called? I knew Tim Curry was in it.
Our undying gratitude is your prize, Cindy. How about that?
Your prizes. Thank you so much for sparking my influence brain.
Cindy, are you gaming and lurking at the same time? See, that's where all those parts of my friends went. I'm over there lurking every now and then. And you got Cindy and you got Jimmy and you got Marcedel and you got Crazy Aunt, and they're all over there gaming on and whatnot, doing all that stuff.
I want to game with you guys, Cindy, but you guys keep playing these like scary games. I just can't do them. I'm more of like, let's hang out, have some laughs, and have fun games. Like, I can't remember its name. When I remember, I'll message her and say, let them know this is the name of the game. It's on Steam for $15. It's fun. It's like Mario Party.
I'm no good with these games. You know, I haven't grown up with one of those controllers with a million fucking buttons on it. L1, L2, R1, R2, all the different freaking buttons and everything that to do. I mean, after a period of time, you know what all the buttons do, and it's like second nature. It's like walking and talking, right?
That's what I have here.
Not for me.
That's what I have here. I have a Xbox One controller that I use on my PC. Look at it's dusty because I haven't used it forever because it's just sitting there right here on the desk. Like whenever someone says, "Hey, let's play this game," no, I won't do 7 Days to Die. It just those games mess with my anxiety. That's why I can't play them.
Well, you know what I played on my phone? I think this is the name of it. It's called Granny.
Oh my god! Yes,
an app on my phone. And when I first started playing that, I would lay in the bed next to my wife, and I would have my earbuds in because you have to have the sound on and sound up and everything else. I would sleep, and then suddenly I would jump, and it would scare the shit out of my wife, and then she would just laugh at me because that thing. I mean, you would go from nothing to suddenly, and it was like fuck.
Yeah.
So
I know Granny. Yeah, that's one of those games. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, it made me nervous wreck. Yeah, it made me nervous wreck.
Go on Steam and look up the game Pummel Party. It's like a Mario Party, but it's more violent. They've got it has very, very good side games to play with everybody. You get points and stuff, kind of like Mario. Look up Pummel Party. Try to convince the group to play that with me. It's a lot of fun. It's a great game with a bunch of people. Between 4 and 6 people.
Jewish redneck prepper.
Shalom. Mazel tov for funding us.
Mazel tov. There you go. Your what hurts? Your mazel tov hurts? What?
Oh, I'm part Jewish. Well, he's gonna have to disappear here soon because Yom Kippur starts tomorrow night, I think.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I used to know those holidays better. My wife worked for a gentleman and his wife that were Jewish, so it was kind of cool because they would give her all the Christian holidays off, and she got the Jewish holidays off too. Yep.
That's how it is with my mom. That's my mom's. She's like, well, I'm going to go see your sister because we're off the next few days for Yom Kippur. I was like, cool. There you go. See?
There you go.
My mom's boss is Jewish, and that's the thing. It's like they understand, like, you're not Jewish, but we're going to give you those holidays off. we're also going to give you the Christian holidays off because we respect you as an employee. We respect your beliefs, and we're going to give you so you get so many days off.
Yeah,
Except for Hanukkah. Everybody works on Hanukkah. Hey.
Well, when you can double dip on the religious holidays at work, that's bonus.
Oh, I double dipped as a kid. Are you kidding me? I got 8 crazy nights followed by Christmas. When I was younger, growing up, it was like presents galore. I was like, oh, holy cow.
Oh, no, Gary. You got to be careful of those garage sales. You bought a Monopoly game and a garage sale. Got home, it was French.
Well, you better learn some French there, bud.
There you go, right? What's up, Joe W? Now, this is the guy that's been around for a while, you know. I had early on in my channel, I had a raid from the LA Beast, and Joe W was watching his live when they raided me, and Joe W has been around ever since. So I mean, almost since the very beginning of time. So what's up, Joe W?
You got an LA Beast raid. You look at him now. That is huge. That is
it was huge then. I mean, he had he had almost 2 million or whatever. He hasn't. I don't know that he's picked up a lot of subscribers in the last 2-3 years. He's kind of.
I don't know, but
I mean, he used to be real risque on a lot of his stuff. A lot of his stuff now is just kind of.
He hit the point with his channel. It's like, all right, I got to kind of tiptoe in the terms of services and kind of play the line. I get that.
Well, I mean, I as far as I know, that YouTube is his only source of income.
Yeah.
So you can't have your channel taken down if that's your only source of income.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, I was watching some TikToker, and he's like a couple million, and they just closed down his TikTok thing, and I'm like, I watch his stuff. There's no reason to close down anything that he does. But they shut down. So he's like, yeah, you got to go over YouTube. They're a lot less of a they let you get away with more over there. I'm thinking, man, I thought YouTube really didn't let you get a lot of. When you think about TikTok, lets you get away with copyrighted music.
That's the main thing. But I couldn't go over to TikTok. I'm sorry. I drink, I curse, I smoke. It's just I would get shut down in probably the first 5 minutes. They're like, yeah, you're not welcome here. I'm like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
Like I would not survive on TikTok, and I know that. That's why I never even tried because I'm like, I couldn't say, hey, cheers on TikTok because they would shut me down. I couldn't just go,
but they have bourbon.
Oh, let's smoke a little tobacco. They'd be like, nope, you're done. I can't say, oh, shit. They'd be like, nope, you're done. It's like, well, what the heck's the point of this?
Yeah. I mean, you can do certain things because I don't know that I haven't drank on TikTok, but again, I haven't been live on TikTok. I did do that, thing yesterday with the bourbon where I dunked the pepper in it with the malic acid and whatnot yesterday. But I've already got an account warning. I tried to put something on there that I would put on TikTok where someone was like basically getting into a fight. They're like, well, that's your second one. Then you got an account warning. So every time I go into my account, I see right down below my face it says account warning. Now eventually that goes away. That goes away.
I mean, I've had a copyright strike on YouTube a couple of years ago, and I just had to ride the wave for the 90 days. And since then, it's like I know now what not to do. But TikTok is just so hard. It's like you guys are throwing away all this ad rev that you can get from these creators because you're strict.
Yeah. And it's funny because you go over to TikTok. A lot of people went over to TikTok because of the they can get away with the music and whatnot. Yeah. But and then they get you for something else. So it's like you can't win for losing. There should be. Again, I know how because it's a Chinese company, that's how they get away with all the copyrighted music.
Yeah.
There should be a place where, and again, we don't like it, right? We want to have there to be some restrictions because we don't want to see things that shouldn't be seen on here,
exactly.
Right? What I want, I want to be allowed copyrighted music. I want to be able to use profanity. Other people might want to have nudity, and I don't want to see people nude. I mean, women is fine, but if you let women be nude, then you got to let dudes be nude. And I got a feeling there'd be too many nude dudes.
Yeah. Oh, I've been on live stream.
And too many bad nude ladies that it's like, you know what? It's like going to a nude beach, right? Oh, hey, it's great. It's a nude beach. But you don't see any good nudes. It's like 1 out of 10 is a good nude.
I mean, that's what after my strike on YouTube, I said, Fair game, YouTube. You know what? I'm just gonna go over the Epidemic Sounds, pay $15 a month to protect myself because any sound I want in a video stream or anything I want to help tell my story of what I'm doing, I can find an Epidemic Sound for $15 a month. I said, screw it. I don't want to worry about these like potential strikes from that. So
Yeah.
yeah, Epidemic Sound is phenomenal. It's like tens to hundreds of thousands of hundreds of thousands of songs and sound bites and everything. It's just like anything you would want, you can find there. You're like, all right, well, I'm covered because of my account connected with them, and YouTube immediately goes, yeah, you're good. You're paying into it.
Well, you know, I had copyrighted. I had music that I was taking from, what was my
Was it?
I forget what the editor I was using for YouTube, but
No.
the music that was on there was not copyrighted music. It was music you could use on YouTube.
Was
And
that
then
the
one
YouTube
of them
library?
then one of them, huh?
YouTube library?
No,
Because I've been hit up by that before. I'm like,
but I was using music out of there, and then suddenly the music out of there was copyrighted. And it's like, oh well, someone did so well with it, and so many people were using it. Somehow this, and now it's like, yeah, it sucks. So
well, I had that happen too by using the YouTube music library. What happened was that some musician who was pretty well known said, oh, this is copyright free. So I'm going to rap over or sing over it or whatever. Now I can claim this as mine. And those who have used the instrumental, I'm going to claim it. And that's what happened to me. I was like, I'm done with your YouTube music library. That's ridiculous. You can't differentiate the difference between what is originally on
right.
and that server to what someone did with it. It's like, get out of here. It's frustrating. Yeah. That's why I said, screw it, I'm done. I'm going to Epidemic, and they're great.
Yeah, I don't have any music that I pay for right now with the TikTok. I don't put it. At the very beginning of TikTok, I did. Now I don't put any music on any of my TikToks. That way, I can edit them down to a minute, throw it over to YouTube. Actually, on YouTube, over the last month, I picked up 135 new subscribers on TikTok.
Nice.
Just taking my TikToks, editing them down to a minute, and throwing them over there. Now, of course, I have picked up 4,000 followers on TikTok in the last month.
Yeah.
So I went from struggling to try to get 1,000 to I think I'm almost, let's see,
almost a 5K.
Well, did you see 5,000? I'm at 4,800 right now. So
wow. Did you see coming beginning of next year what YouTube is going to allow you to do with your shorts?
No.
Monetize them. Now those shorts, you're not going to make a lot of money. You may get like 3 to 8 cents off of them, but you can at least.
I always monetize mine.
But you're not making money off them. It's just, yeah. They started like. I've never made a penny off of any of my YouTube shorts, and I have one at 45,000 views. I don't have a dime. So
stupid here. There's my Packy One Chip Challenge, 144,000 views.
Wow.
For me, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And then, of course, there's my stupid one I just did today, the one that's kind of like in the middle, Yellow Fever Cowbell.
Yeah.
What was that thing? that hasn't gotten that many views.
You told me about that. I'm like, you should sing.
Oh.
Oh, cowbell. Okay. That was bad.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, go over there on TikTok and check it out.
Yeah. Of course. But at this point, I'm just having fun with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I was telling Chadio earlier, I got another grower that I bought some peppers from that sent me peppers I'd never heard of before. And he's saying a lot of these are as hot, if not hotter, than some of the hottest ones that I got from my buddy Nelson. And he's right here in Michigan, so I should have them either tomorrow or Wednesday. And I'm gonna have to mow down these ones I got for Nelson here in my final few days, and then start mowing on those other ones. Because these peppers, again, I don't know how long he's had his picked, but I know as it started getting cold here in Michigan, you better get those things off the vine.
Yeah.
When I was messaging with him last night, he said, "Hey, I got to get out of here. I got to go cover up my peppers because it's going to frost tonight." So, what's up, peppers?
Yeah, in Colorado, they said, well, if your plants are indoors by this point, you better do it today, because if we don't do it today, say goodbye. And that's any plant, hot peppers, tomatoes, whatever. If you got to just take them out of the ground and just put them in a pot with the dirt and just bring them inside. That's where we're getting here, because our lows are getting very close to 42 degrees, and 42 degrees here is the difference between a plant outside surviving and dying. So
Yeah, we had
That's our lows.
night before last, it got down to 31 degrees at night.
Oh,
So
I'm not ready.
we woke up with frost on the windshield of the car. I woke up with frost on the windshield of the car this morning. So what's up,
Yeah.
Newfoundlanders, Ingles family? Just want to say hi to there. Peppers is in the house now. What's up,
Oh, yeah.
Peppers? Bradley Whitworth, in case I didn't say hi to Bradley.
Bradley, Newfoundlander.
I put you guys up on the panel. I don't are on the board here, but I don't always say hey. So good to see you guys, man. Always around supporting the channel, always hanging out,
Yeah.
whether we're talking about something that's interesting or just just talking, man. 'Cause you know what? Sometimes I want to just get on here and talk and chit chat, and have a topic. We don't necessarily come up here to burn or do anything else, but
No, I burned a little bit, but nothing bad. I just kind of want to come up. I like to come up on Phil's and go, this is what I have in front of me today. Let me just kind of burn a little bit for you. So
yeah, that yellow fever pepper that I did had a really nice burn to it. It was a little over 1 million Scoville heat units. Nothing
Oof.
crazy.
Yeah.
Most of your reapers are 1.5 to 2.2, and a lot of the peppers, the hotter ones, the Deadpool, the Remmert, those are between 2 and 3 million. I've had a lot of super hot peppers over the last couple of weeks, so we'll test out this new batch of stuff's coming in here. What's up, James?
I gotta say something to Bradley real quick. Hey, Bradley, my dad lives in Tampa. Even though they weren't hit by the hurricane, my stepmother's garden is gone. It's done. Just from the winds they got that far north, 140 miles north of the eye of the storm. Her garden's ripped out and gone. So normally in Florida, yeah, it can grow year round, but then you get these storms, fluky, like especially like this one. They normally don't hit where they do and tear up gardens and everything. And so, but yeah, Bradley, 90% of the time you can grow a garden in Florida year round.
Now, see, a lot of the Florida growers down there, though, they won't ship you peppers in the wintertime because the super hots really need the much warmer weather than what Florida gets in the wintertime. Yeah. So they won't ship out anything. Matter of fact, it's hard to get some of them to ship out during the summertime because they got people that I am peppers. Just so you know, bro, I love you. I'm not bringing back clam juice. That shit had so much fucking sodium in it. Like a half an ounce was like, 3 times the amount of sodium you were supposed to have. And I had one video where I chugged 3 things of clam juice in under a minute. And it was like, this is ridiculous. And I look back at that. And again, we were having fun. We were, growing the channel. A lot of us were drinking the clam juice. But that shit was disgusting.
Oh, God. Yep.
Mike was going to take a couple of pepper plants to Texas with him, but our cold snow, I think, got them. Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Well, Tennessee. I mean, you're further north than Florida, so.
Oh, Bradley, you're that far. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that area where Bradley's saying Fort Myers, just absolutely. Between Naples north to Sarasota, just absolutely wet.
Yeah, you got to feel for those people because I look at like those places where all the boats and stuff at is like, where do you start? First of all, you got to be bringing in tugboats and stuff from out. So and where do you take that garbage? I mean, these boats are not. I mean, I don't want someone taking. If I got a boat, and yes, the boat's damaged, it's not. But if I've got gear and shit in the boat, I don't want you just hauling my boat off to somewhere where I don't know where the hell it's going. So how do you really organize on something like that when you got all the mass humanity of all these boats of hauling stuff away that's people's property? That's
all I will say is I swear I really hope you have great insurance because the insurance will take care of it if you do. It's a whole you better have very good insurance coverage on those things or you're screwed. You won't get anything from it.
Well, thank you, Gary. Gary says we have a top secret release coming out in 2 weeks. So hot and flavorful, it is a game changer for sure. And Phil, you are on the list. So is it jerky then, bro?
Oh,
Is it
Gary.
jerky? Is that what we're talking about? I don't know. Everybody likes to put all these seeds on this jerky to make it hot. And really, those seeds or the crushed red pepper seeds they put on top. Like I said, for the average guy, it makes it hot. You'd be better served to put more powder and stuff, more of that stuff on it than putting crushed red pepper seeds on it. So,
Gary said, nope, you will see.
you see, oh, you son of a gun!
I can't wait to watch him burn.
A secret burn. Yeah, get that over to me, Gary. Get that over to me, Gary. We'll do an exclusive. I love surprises.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, yeah. Peppers like Primo Tally jerky. Did you see those guys on what was it, the Scoville unit at Zest Fest? He ate like 60 plus Primo Tallies. That's insane. That is insane. I look at stupid stuff like I do, like Three Reapers, and I tear up and everything else. So now again, it does remind me of the days back when I did like 21 Carolina Reapers. But I only did 21 Carolina. I don't know that I could sit down with bowls of peppers. Now maybe if I had a support of people around. I don't know. That had got to hurt.
Oh yeah.
Not only the mouth but the insides. I mean, a lot of times I can get beyond this. It's what's going on in the belly and the fact that you again, I've told this story before. I have felt so bad, and I know it wouldn't work, where I felt like if I could take a knife and cut open my stomach and dig out the pain, somehow that would give me some relief, that would feel better than what I was going through. But yeah, peppers is like you'd have to try to throw up after. I mean, I wish I could. I wish my body would do like Roman says. Roman, like when he eats the death nut, his body tells it, nope, we don't like this shit. He throws up, boom, it's gone. I can't do that for whatever reason. I don't know.
I can't either.
And the times I forced myself, like I forced myself after chugging the 5 bottles of hot sauce, it was so hot coming the little bit that I got back up, I was having a hard time actually breathing, and that scared me. So I don't know. I just think I have to hydrate and mix a bunch of other stuff to make it not that hot, and just ride it out. That's what I've done with some of my hottest stuff. It's just try to do it always on a Saturday or whatnot where I can continue to hydrate. If I can lose a night's sleep, I lose a night's sleep and keep from feeling that massive pain and ride it out. But man, those are exhausting. You feel like you've ran a marathon, and I've ran a marathon.
Yeah,
believe it or not, I've ran a. You feel after that, when that's all over, and you can finally get some sleep, you feel like you've ran a marathon.
Yeah, you've had your bourbon experience. I don't know if you remember when I had mine. Groovy looked at me and said, "All right, you have that Elijah X. You want to get those paintings from Twisted? Put some bourbon in there too." And I put 120 proof bourbon in a shot glass with Elijah Extreme Reserve. Mixed it up, took a shot. Immediately, I muted my mic and just threw up immediately. I was just done.
Yep.
I was like, nope. My body's like, there's no. That was so bad.
Yep. At least you recognized it and it came. You allowed it to come out.
That's the only time I've ever booted was from that. I can't boot to save my life, but my body threw an SOS and said, "Nah, get this out." That's nope.
I'm trying to think right now. Who in our group used to always like boot the worst? It was someone that they'd be. God, who am I thinking of? I don't think it's not Travis because it wasn't down in his base. He was always doing shit down in his basement, so it wasn't Travis. It was someone that would always go off screen, would have to boot and come back. I forget who that was, but man, it was. Yep. Yep. Again, I wish I could do that. I usually have to stick my finger down my throat to try to get anything
I
out.
can't even do that normally. I'm just like, well, it's down there, so this is gonna suck.
Yeah, dude, Peppers, I got like 10 bottles or 9 bottles of that chug version 2 still back here on this back shelf. I crack open one of those old bottles that I opened up. I take one whiff of that, and all that comes back to my senses. They say your sense of smell is one of your strongest senses.
Yeah. Yep.
And all I smell is pain and anguish and
your
and I'm
body's
like,
just like,
no,
no,
I don't think I could chug one of those bottles now.
Jeez.
Yeah, what were we thinking? Yeah, you and what Bob, Vernon Bob and whatnot got me. Oh yeah, the three of us are going to do 10 bottles of this new stuff and everything else. And yeah, I went ahead and bought 12 so I could try doing 2 before we. And as soon as I did 1, I was like, oh fuck this.
Yeah.
And we never got around to even trying to do 10. But that was Yep. That was those were the days where we thought we had the donkey by the tail. And my again at that point in my career, I had a high tolerance. So yeah, no, one bottle was too much. Well, I did a bottle one night. I prepped for something lighter, and I decided on my live stream. I decided I was going to do that bottle instead. And I made a big mistake and I cramped up that night. I was like, well, fuck this. So it was probably a couple more weeks before I did another bottle, and I prepped really well for that. And it's still, I didn't get the cramps like I did, but it still was one of those ones where it's like, oh shit, Hot sauce is one of those things, man. If you're going to do like a whole bottle, and this stuff is very liquidy. It goes around all that prep. It gets right to the lining of the inside of your stomach. And man, if you've got crazy. Oh, look at Bradley.
Well, the time I cramped was because I got arrogant, half-assed the prep, and that was the 2022 Pocky Chip. That's the only time I've ever actually I'm cramping up. Oh my god! Because I got cocky because 2021, I was like, oh yeah, I got through that easily, and then 22, it got me. I was like, oh god, it hurts so bad.
Well, they took the activated charcoal. All of us spice creators, all of us, real chili heads said, that activated charcoal makes it taste like shit. Blah blah blah. No, it wasn't the activated charcoal that made it taste like shit. It was just that they make a chip that tastes like shit.
The chip is the worst tasting thing ever. And then you're already gagging on it, and then you're trying to get down. Now your face is on fire.
So now the last 2 years, no activated charcoal on there. So your stomach now cramps. So you have that you didn't have before. So thank you, Kathy. Thank you for the super chat. I wish it's Otis showing up on here. Thank you very much. Got to give Kathy a little something. Got to give her
some love.
Oh, not that. Oh wow, we will give Kathy. We want to thank Kathy. We want to give her something. We'll give her a real quick Jason. God damn it! You know how long it's been since I've gone in here and
I know I struggle on mine because I have a co-host that keeps throwing more shit in it.
Right.
I can't find what I'm looking for.
Here we go.
You got a tendency for taking all your clothes off. Oh man, hot damn, you got a body like. Oh man, hot damn, I'm falling hard like. I like it.
I know the girls like Jason Momoa.
I
So.
don't get it because growing up reading the comics, he was not buff. He was like the weakest. And now they made him buff. I don't get it. Aquaman, what the hell? I'm confused with the.
What's up, David Bays? Cheers, Phil. The bourbon malic acid dip. Wow. Yeah, David, if you guys have not seen the TikTok where I did the yellow reaper in the bourbon, in the malic acid, and then ate it, that was probably one of the worst things I think I've ever done, from a point of my mouth knowing what the fuck did you just do to me, because there was the heat from the pepper, there was a sour from a ton of malic acid. I don't think the bourbon did really anything other than just be the wetness that allowed the sourness to. But I've never frowned so much in a video in my life. And it was like, that was, yeah. I mean, I watched not only that one, but the aftermath of that one. And it's like, just the way my mouth was, it was just, the heat's one thing, but the combination of the heat and the sour, and it was just, oh. So, look, Black Cat. Don't let Black Cat cross your path. See?
Got Bailey in the house.
Yeah.
He's been kind of a jerk. I unlocked him in my bedroom for a big thing with work, and he somehow got out of my bedroom. He opened up the door and came out, and he's just walking out like, "What's up?" And I looked down and I was like, because he's been such a jerk.
What's
today.
up, bitches?
Oh, he's been so bad today. And as soon as I saw him, he was like, out of my room. I'm in the middle of like interviewing somebody, and they're just walking around. I was like, oh, this is bad. And I was at the TV. So yeah, he's being crazy today.
So you're back working?
I've been working since March.
I mean, but you're not doing the library stuff anymore, right?
Oh, I work for a university library.
Oh, okay. So you are working for a lot. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I have since March. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's
I
what
was
I thought.
unemployed for about 3.5 months. So yeah, I've been working for almost 7 again.
Okay.
Yep. So we're good to go.
Good to go. Some of us are just stuck. Oh, that was something today. I went in late to work today because they had to put the new water tank in for my house, and I get in there and everybody's like, "Dude, you gotta know." It's like everybody's like, it seems like whenever I miss work or miss part of work, all the shit happens, and I'm not there. When we had the guy dressed up in all the lingerie and whatnot, pleasuring himself with a dildo in his car in a parking lot in the building next door, I wasn't in that morning. I was not in that morning.
Count your blessings on that one.
Yeah. Now this one was a little different. The guy that's sitting next to me, that I thought would never have taken it. They actually made this guy the salesman, one of the sales managers of the dealership. And I'm thinking to myself, now, why would he take that? Because this dude is, the money he makes as a salesperson, I would think exceeds what he would make as a sales manager. Because when you're in car sales, okay, let me explain something about car sales. When you're in car sales, if you're in the top echelon of a dealership, top 3, 4, 5 people, you're going to make more money than a sales manager in the dealership. You're going to. It's just, and especially now that we sell less cars, even though the average gross is a little bit more, still less cars, you still make more money. So why someone would take a job where you're in the middle, where the salespeople are always complaining to you, ownership and upper management's always complaining down to you because shit rolls downhill. So you got shit rolling uphill and shit rolling downhill. I don't understand. I've done it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've made that mistake. Made it twice in my career. What's up, Eileen? I've made that mistake twice in my sales career. I will never make that mistake again. I will be a salesperson until the day I retire, because I will not be a sales manager. I will not be a general manager. I will not be anybody in charge. I will be in charge of me. And that is the way I want it to be. That's the way it will always be. I won't let anybody try to, we think you'd be really good doing such and such. Matter of fact, years ago at this same job, they're like, hey, we got this new person coming in. We would like you to train them. Now, we already have 2 salespeople that are more than willing to do training for these people. And they usually get some house deals and stuff out of it. I was like, no. As good as I think I could train somebody, I don't want to do it. I want to take care of Phil.
Right.
I'll take care of my customers. I'll do what I'm supposed to do. I'll show up when I'm supposed to. I'll do everything I'm supposed to do. I'll be a model employee, but I do not want to train somebody else, because as soon as anything's wrong, as soon as that person's not doing what they're supposed to be, they'd be kind of like, well, you trained them, And I'm like, no. So talking cars, what happened to the really good cars for $2,000? The really good cars for $2,000,
they're at the crusher.
$5,000 because of the shortage. And again, you did use an oxymoron there, Jerry, which is really good cars for $2,000. There are no really good. If you go to a dealership and you find a really good car for $2,000, they probably gave the customer about $500 or less for it.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're selling it for $2,000.
I took my last. They gave me $150 for my 1995 Geo Prism. I said, Siren Art, just take it. The thing hasn't ran for years, and
Yep.
I took that money. I was happy, but yeah, I mean, a running car, $2,000. It's a crusher. That's where it is.
Yep. Yeah, no,
They
I
make
don't
more
think
money on
think
that spent steel than they do as a vehicle.
I don't think our dealership right now. I don't think we've got a car on our lot under $10,000.
I can see that.
Usually those vehicles we go ahead and wholesale, get away from them, because if you got a car you own for less than $10,000, chances are you got to put a couple grand into it to rep it properly, and then you can't make any money because the way the market is. So those really need to go to like the B lots where they half-ass put shit together. They don't care about repeat referral business. They're a fucking B lot, and that stuff works for them. So what's up, Ariel Williams? How you doing, girl? Haven't seen you in a
Ariel.
while.
Well, that's my mom's company she works for. Very small in Colorado, but they deal with the crushers. They deal with the truckers who transport the crushed vehicles, and they deal with the steel, the metal they get from it. That's what her company does. And she's like, it has gone like this in the last 5 to 10 years. And the owner, he's basically, my mom's almost 70 and the owner's almost 65. He's like, I won't be doing this in the next 5 years. If you're going to be here for the next 5 years, awesome. But if not, I'll make sure I'll retire you well. So my mom's contemplating retirement. She's like, I'm so tired every day. I can't do this anymore. At 69 years old, pretty much raising 2 kids on her own. Yeah, she's like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm hoping that at age 64, whenever I can bring in Social Security, whatever they change that to or whatever, I think at that point, as long as I can bring in a little money between the money I've got saved in my accounts, my 401ks and stuff, at that point, I think I might be able to retire. It's not going to retire comfortably. It'll be just retiring. It'll be not working. But it's hard in this business. Like a guy I was talking to that I work with, you can make good money doing what we do. It's tough to go from making this to retiring and not bringing in any money.
Yep.
Now, again, you don't have all the extra costs of going to work, the extra costs of, all the other stuff going on in your life. But it's nice to have that money coming in and be putting money away and be able to spend a little more frivolously than once you retire.
Yeah, my dad's almost 72. He's like, I retired right before the pandemic. He's like, I'm probably going to have to go find a job, most likely at Walmart as a greeter, just to get something in. Something that's not going to like break my back and be painful. Something like it just go, hi, Aria, stuff like that. I'm like, all right.
Welcome to Walmart.
I can see you doing that.
Want a buggy?
Welcome to Walmart. Thanks for shoplifting $5,000 worth of crap I don't care about. Bye. Yeah.
Someone popped up in the basement, but I can't see nothing but a black sky.
You see a name?
Can't see nothing. It's my man Roman, but I can't see nothing, Roman. So I can't even know if it's you for sure.
Oh, he's on the Motel 6 Wi-Fi. Gosh darn it. We could take some Colorado love right now.
That's all I get. Yep. The spinning circle.
Yeah, it's Rowan. Dang it. Hate to say it, Rowan, but you got to go back to the bar. Always getting there.
Ariel works at Walmart as a cashier, and those are great jobs. I mean, they don't pay a lot.
No, I'm not talking down
you
at
can
all. That's
you can go in there, you can apply for a job, you can get a job, and some of those places will work around your schedule, and and a lot of those places, if you want to pick up extra hours, there's always people. There's always someone that doesn't want to work, right? always someone that wants to take a day off or doesn't, and you can always pick up extra hours.
Mhm.
My understanding, anyway. So
I mean, my father for 40 plus years was a salesman. You're the same thing, Phil. And the point is like, I've got to get some more cash in. It's like your stepmom can't just carry the nest much further. I was like, well, you got to do what you got to do. Just keep you guys afloat. I mean, things have changed since you fully retired 2.5 years ago. I mean, what you had saved is not adequate anymore. So,
yeah. Blake's like, I love Walmart, and then Mojo comes in. I love Walmart.
Mojo is Walmart. Let's be honest.
Hey,
Cheap bastard.
my
I love him.
wife grocery shops at Walmart every Saturday. Now I don't because
Mhm.
Meyer is closer,
Yeah.
and I like Meyer's produce better,
Mhm.
and that's where I go. But hey, Meyer is just it's just a tenth of a percentage point above Walmart. So
What are they like Kroger? I mean, Walmart's
Meyer's like a Kroger.
Walmart's meat department by me, and if Roman ever comes up, if he can, he will say the Walmart off Smoky Hill, their meat department's really good. It's pricey, but I mean, shop there over the King Supers by us, man. Go there over the gym because all they sell are like dirty, gym mats. They don't taste well. They're kind of pretty, but
Yeah,
it used to be a Safeway. But welcome in, Roman. Cheers, bud.
What's up, Shane? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Cheers, story time.
So I am going to speaking of story time. I'm gonna go a little nip here.
Oh, look at that story time.
This is not their stuff, but this is
Okay.
early times. This early times is a true bourbon, aged 2 years in a new oak barrel,
I'd love to
and
try some
it's a
story
bottle and bond. So a bottle and bond's always 100 proof, and a bottle and bond can only be a bottle and bond from the original. So you can't take someone else's juice and be a bottle and bond. It's got to be the company that produces it. So a lot of these companies make, some of these companies make good bottle and bonds, and they're usually not very expensive unless you get up into like a McKenna or something like that. So
I'd love to try Storytime stuff just because of the name of his distillery. I used to be a youth services, kids and teens librarian, and every time I see Storytime, I think of Storytime and go, oh crap, the kids are coming in. But no, I'd love to try your stuff just for that reminiscing and just your name. And I've heard great stuff about your product. I'd love to try some Storytime.
now what I got from them, I think was a Malort pick, the twin stuff that they did. They did a pick. They picked the barrel. They picked the juice, and then they bottled it with their own label and whatnot. But it doesn't come from Malort. Sorry, it comes from the company that made Malort. I forget what. So yeah, don't shoot me there, Shane. But it's the same company that makes Malort, which everybody in the bourbon community kind of not Malort. See, look.
Oh, I saw that coming. I was just holding it in. But I'd love to have something with their label name on just as story
I
time.
forget what the name of the
It's just
company
so
is.
pretty.
Jepson's. There you go. Not
Yeah.
Malort.
Come on, Phil. Get your shit together. Oh, good God.
Yeah,
Don't mess with story time, guys.
And actually, I enjoy. I mean, I've still got both bottles back there. One of them's about 2/3 of the way gone. I think the other one's about half gone. So they will be gone, and then the empty bottles will go in the trash like everything else. So over a period of time, I kind of hold on to some of those things that I can't replace. I try not to. I have a tendency when I bring a bottle down, I'll take a pour or 2 or 3 out of it, and then it goes back up on the shelf. Stuff that I know that I can replace easy, I have a tendency to, be down for a week or so because I can go to the store and replace it. So, which is my Woodford double oak or my double oak. I love that stuff. So easy to replace. So.
No, I mean, even if I get like a sticker from Storytime, I'd be so thrilled just to have that as reminiscent from my past library experience in public libraries. I'm not an academic, but just to get something that says story time on, I'd be like, oh, yep. Yeah. It'd make me smile every time I'd see it.
I don't know if the Storytime even have stickers. I don't know that they've ever done that. I don't know.
Well, you better do it now. Get to it.
You know, I tell you what, when the channel was really booming and we had a lot of subscribers, man, I used to come up and do new stickers all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, that just it seemed like it all, even not just for me, but for like everybody, like the whole sticker thing went to the wayside over the last couple of years.
That
Everybody,
sucks because I'd love one of your stickers. Throw it on the fridge
dude,
and
I
send you
told
some
you I
back.
would send you some. I just gotta, yeah.
I got 2 different stickers. I've got a magnet, and I'd send them to you, like in exchange for 1 sticker.
It doesn't have to be
You know
exchanged-
sticker
it
I'm
doesn't have to
talking
be
about.
exchanged for anything. I just need to. All right,
You know what sticker I'm talking about, Phil? Come on now.
the Mankini one.
Yeah, I made that on my beer fridge. Right there next to Halix Grill and Groovy.
Siri,
That'll be perfect.
remind me tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. to mail out some stickers to Chadio.
There you go.
All right, so tomorrow at 8:00, I got a reminder on my phone to help me out. So
Yep.
that's how I got to
I
do
mean,
it.
you see, you don't want anything in exchange. I've got plenty of envelopes. I've got plenty of stamps. I'll send you stuff in return.
There you go. Shane says I'm on his bar in my slingshot. So that that tells you what I'm wearing on that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Story time. I don't have a bar, but I've got a beer fridge over there with brewery stickers. I'm ready to start covering up. Cigar
Oh,
City, cover it up.
Teresa, what's up, man?
Lisa, hey, sweetheart. Good to see you.
See, the longer we stick around, the more people we get in here. Not so much we got more people in here, but we get more of our friends that have been around a while. So
Yeah, I know Teresa. She's a big sweetheart.
it's always great to see Teresa.
Yeah.
Teresa, actually, I still got it over here. I got a mug over here that says "Keep It Spicy." It came from Walmart, where she works.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, but
That's phenomenal.
It says "Keep It Spicy," and there's a bunch of stuff in it that she sent me, and it was a sweet gift. She sent me that along with a bunch of stuff from where she El Paso, Texas. Is that where?
Yeah, she's down South Texas.
She sent me a bunch of cool stuff. So what a sweetheart. So
that's so cool. Let's see if I need a mug. You just got a Chadio mug from me. You could just like shatter it if you want. I don't care.
No, dude, it's just dude, your mug is right there.
Nice. I love it. Yeah.
Most of this is just nothing but hot sauces and things like I've got my Mick Mars guitar up here. I've got my skull up there.
Yep.
And then I've got my Tony Hawk and Steve-O signed autographed picture.
Oh, nice. Yep.
And then the hot sauces. So, I mean, a lot of the other stuff is throughout the room on the shelf, but yours is in a place of honor.
100%. Oh, I love that. I mean, the quality on that mug, I mean, you could probably rub your finger on that and go, wow, that's good quality. Those mugs came out great. They did a hell of a good job. Yeah, that's awesome. It's up there. Yeah, I use my Chadio mug all the time.
Did you just send me that? Oh, that just came from Shane. I was like, what the hell am I getting this picture of?
Hey,
Best stories of story time shared with friends. It's a mug on one side. On the other side is an old man. Who's the old man? Shane? Now I've embarrassed myself because I'm sure the old man.
I almost pointed at you. I was like,
I'm sure the old man is someone important that I should know. But Jimmy Russell. All right, Jimmy Russell. I don't know. Sorry, Shane. I don't know who Jimmy Russell is. So I probably am now out of the
research time,
not knowing who Jimmy Russell is, but he's like the best bourbon making. He got Wild Turkey guy. Oh, Wild Turkey guy. Okay.
Yep, there he is. I had to look him up, and as soon as you said it, there he was. That's funny. I'm like, hold on. Instincts kicked in, researching. I'm like, what?
But do you think more stories get shared with beer, or get shared with bourbon?
Ooh.
I mean, what does everybody in the chat think? You think more stories get shared with beer
I don't
or with
know.
like it doesn't have to be bourbon, but it can just be liquor,
I
you
want to
know?
say just beer, just because it's so more readily available and so much easier to afford. Because I've had some great stories with friends and stuff over like Bud Light, which is, adjunct, easy to readily available. I would say beer, but better stories, probably bourbon, but
I mean,
more would be under beer.
people would be liquored up probably more, but
Yeah.
now bourbon is typically one of those things, you're going to sit around, you're going to sip a little, you're going to be,
Mhm.
cool with it. Whiskey is one of those ones with people that, they're drinking their beer, they're taking shots of whiskey, like,
Oh
back in the
God.
wild, wild west, right? A shot of
Yep.
whiskey, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah, blah,
thanks.
blah. Tequila, when you get to the tequila, the freaking night's over. You got no friends the next morning.
I like Gary's explanation.
Exactly. More stories with beer, more lies with bourbon.
So good.
Hey.
Well, yeah, with my neighbors and my friends. Yeah. 'Cause I'm usually the one that's like that remembers the next day, and I'm like, you remember our conversation last night? You said that I would never say that. I'm like, well, no, you did. I remember clear as a bell.
See, the whole idea about stories with beer or stories with bourbon is that the
Mhm.
stories are true enough or believable enough where people don't the next day don't think, oh, you were just lying your socks off. So you gotta be, you gotta be good with the stories
Yeah.
if you're going to. Either way, you got to make them believable. Some people get up here and I hear some of the stuff they say, and it's like, well, if that's true, that's
Mhm.
just. But I'm always that way. I'm always a little bit skeptical. Us guys in the sales world. Some guy will say, "Well, I sold X number of cars and made $500,000, and what? All
Mhm.
right, whatever, man. Whatever you say, man."
Excuse me. Yeah, I could probably comfortably say I've never said no lie on YouTube while drinking beer. Bourbon, I don't remember what I said because that stuff just bam hits me so hard.
My biggest
Beer,
thing is I've gotten older, especially
mhm.
on platforms like this or even at work, is I might omit things, but I don't lie because lies you got to remember too much shit, and that's how you get in trouble.
Exactly. Yep.
If you don't tell the whole truth, you can tell what you want to say without actually lying.
Mhm.
If they want to interpret what you said a different way, but yeah, no, I found as I got older, you don't want to lie, you don't want to.
No.
There's
Yep.
too much stuff to have to remember because again, especially if you've been drinking, but. There's just certain things that like even in my job anymore, someone asks, well, does it have this? Well, let me check. I don't want to. I don't want if that's important to you. I don't want to say something's got something. It's like cars. Was this one like the one I got last time? It's almost like exactly like you got the car. Almost exactly. But it's not exactly.
Mhm.
You got to be careful with stuff. So
Oh yeah.
I'm very choosy on some of the words that I use when I'm put in a spot where it's important. So.
Yeah, it's like the whole interview like I was a part of today. I did not remember the question I asked because it was just right off the fly. My boss was like, "Oh, that's a really good question." She messaged me that. I'm like, I don't remember what I asked. And she told me, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to hold on to that one." She's like, "You did not remember what you said?" I said, "No, because it was just so much like off the fly when you said, 'Do you have any questions?'" I paused, or the team member or coworker didn't have any questions, so I just asked a flat out question. It's just right off the cuff. My boss said, "Yeah, that was a great question." Because if you could tell, the candidate kind of paused for a second or two, then I said, okay, I'll ask that again tomorrow. I have it written down next to my desk, right behind me.
Yeah, the last time I was a manager, of course, I worked for a corporation. You know, they had basically questions you ask on an interview. This, if you're interviewing someone, this is your interview sheet. This is what you ask. This is what you base your hiring on. And I didn't like it. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like what they had. So that's why, again, I was only a manager there for like 6 months where I was interviewing people. And I was like, you know what? This is just it's not for me. So I will always be someone that works for someone else.
My question was, how does your past experience align with our librarian position? That's a question that will get you to think. And as soon as I ask, I'm going to watch for your hesitation and see how much times you go over and over and over with your answer, or how you can keep it linear. And I told my boss exactly why. I think that's why that question came out. My boss said, "Oh, we need you more in interview time the next time a position comes out." She's like, "That's a great question." She's like, "We asked her something similar, but not like you did." And she said the answer was a little bit different from the original to the, the repeat. And I said, well, it had been an hour. I said, maybe they calmed down and relaxed. Who knows? But still, I'm like, cool. So tomorrow I have.
Gary wants to know what's the best thing you can tell a bartender.
Here's your money. Let me pay my tab.
No,
Here's a tip.
The longer you stay around, the more money a bartender makes, because he makes.
True.
If you're going to tip based off a percentage, they want to keep you around. Matter of fact, when they're doing that drink or whatnot, there might be a little extra something in there for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep you around, keep you happy.
Yeah, Gary, I'm getting a thick tongue.
Chadio is buying. Hey, Chadio is buying.
My tongue's getting thick. That's okay. I'm at that point. Cheers. I know I'm at that point. As soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, I can get that swollen tongue going. You're like, ooh, slur.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, it is getting up around the time that I like to get off of here. Spend a little time before I actually have to get to bed. Gone about an hour and a half or so. So, Chadio, my friend,
Cheers.
I appreciate you coming up here and hanging out with me. Always do.
Everyone
out. Everyone out. Hey,
stop looking at my wife.
Hey. Everyone over there in the chat, man, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I really do appreciate it. You're all a part of what makes this whole thing work, and I do appreciate it. Keep watching the shorts. Hey, you know what? Everything Spicy Phil on TikTok, guys. If you want to see some of the stuff I've been doing lately, I'm really enjoying it. And if you watch me, you can tell that I'm enjoying it. So appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Keep it spicy.